Can I please start? Okay, seriously. Cliffhanger, text, Scheherazade. Human anatomy, according to Galen, and in all of these cases, she turned out to be justified in her belief that the king's curiosity about the sequel would buy her another day of life. A number of stories within the 1001 Nights also feature science fiction elements. One example was the adventures of Bulukia, where the protagonist Bulukia's quest for the herb of immorality leading him to explore the seas, journey to the Garden of Eden, and into Jahannam, and traveled across the cosmos to different worlds much larger than his own world, anticipating elements of galactic science fiction. Along the way, he encounters societies of jinns, mermaids, talking serpents, talking trees, and other forms of life. In another Arabian Night tale, the protagonist society followed a form of primitive communism where concepts like money and clothing do not exist. Other Arabian Nights tales deal with lost ancient technologies, advanced ancient civilizations that went astray, and catastrophes, which overwhelmed them. The City of Brass features a group of travelers on an archaeological expedition across the Sahara to find an ancient lost city and attempt to recover a brass vessel that the Solomon once used to trap a jinn. And along the way, encounter a mummified queen, petrified inhabitants, lifelike humanoid using keys that could fly into outer space and towards the sun. While the third Qualandar's tale also featured a robot in the form of an uncanny boatman, the City of Brass and the Ebony Horse can be considered early examples of proto-science fiction. Hang on a minute. Okay, excuse me. Excuse me again. Sorry, folks. Until the artists and the artists and animators and all employees at the Walt Disney Studios back in the day, before holiday season, Thanksgiving 1992, they turned. Excuse me. Okay, says until the artists at the Walt Disney Animation Studios turned two Arabic folk tales of Aladdin for 1001 Nights and Aladdin and the Magic Lamp. Until Walt Disney Studios turned Aladdin and the Magic Lamp from 1001 Nights folktale into a 30-second full-length animated musical Arabian fairy tale comedy classic Aladdin. See, I even bought this at Target. It was like back in Target before Disney Plus finally streamed. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. The film of Aladdin tells a story of a young urchin poor boy from the street who discovered a magic lamp from the Cave of Wonders to win to win the princess heart of to win the heart of Princess Jasmine. And it was by and when I meant magic lamp is a genie 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 until the the evil, treacherous, and greediness Jafar has learned and found out the sec had learned and found out the secret of Aladdin's power, and he would have still went through 3 drafts before Katzenberg would agree to its production. The animators based their designs on the work of caric- caricaturist Al Hirschfeld, and computers were used for both finishing the artwork and creating some animated elements composed by Alan Menken. The musical score features 6 songs from The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, with lyrics written by both Ashman and Tim Rice, who took over following Ashman's death. Also, the film won 2 Academy Awards for best for best for best for best musical score and song. The film won 2 Academy Awards by Alan Menken and Howard Ashman. But speaking of death, sadly, Howard Ashman did get a chance to see the film he worked on, and did get a chance to. I mean, the reason why Tim Rice took over the rest of the songs. Howard Howard has passed away because he was diagnosed with an HIV and AIDS back in January 1988 during the productions of The Little Mermaid. Well, we'll get to Howard Ashman's later, but for Robin Williams though, he also passed away with for Robin Williams, he passed away from his primary cause of death he was declared as suicide by hanging amid a Lewy body dementia and other associated factors, describing the disease as a terrorist. The terrors inside his brain. Schneider said that however he looked at it, the presence of Lewy bodies took his life, referring to his previous diagnosis of Parkinson's. You know how we as a cult don't have the vocabulary to discuss brain disease and in the way we do about depression. That's what Howard Ashman. No. Robin Williams got diagnosed with disease dementia with Lewy bodies, and according to LBDA spokesperson Dennis Dixon, the report confirmed he experienced depression, anxiety, and paranoia. So